What's up there guys, this is Cobb and this here is going to be a video about WoW Legion, and more specifically what exactly I'm hoping to see happen in the future expansion. Almost like a kind of wish list. If I miss anything out, or you have any ideas of your own, lob them below in the comments, but for now, I'm going to go over the main things that I would like to see as we move from WoD into Legion. So first on my wish list is the success of the PvP talent system, and what do I mean by success? Well, maybe I'm asking for a little bit too much here, but I would like to see a system of talents that can be manipulated by Blizzard to nerf overpowered classes and buff the ones that suck balls, all without having any impact at all on PvE. Saying it like that makes it sound simple, and in some ways, it really kinda is. Having an entire tree of talents that only impact PvP gives the devs so much freedom. If a spec like Affliction for Warlocks is just abusing everyone in PvP, they can just nerf a few of its most used PvP talents, you know, to sort of bring it back in line. On the other hand, if Destruction Warlocks are absolutely sucking ass, their talents could be buffed to give them more mobility, or Fell Flame, or whatever it is that they need. The fact that these PvP talents will be muted in PvE just means that there isn't really any excuse at all anymore for an imbalanced PvP experience in World of Warcraft. But lest we forget, this is Blizzard and World of Warcraft that we are talking about, so I guess what I'm really hoping for is that they pay attention to PvP this expansion. They have the tools to make it work in Legion. Whether it comes together or not though is up to how much effort they are willing to put into fine-tuning a part of the game that they have always seemed to regard as a side option in the past. Next on my wish list is something that has been hinted at during interviews with the devs. I wish that I could link this interview with you guys, but I can't remember which one it was at this point. But what I would love to see again is rating requirements on PvP gear. Now at one point, Blizzard said that there wouldn't even be any PvP gear, but fairly recently, they were talking about PvP gear that can be obtained by people who want to push for it. They said that this gear would only be a tiny upgrade to your stats in PvP, something like a 4 or 5% increase with the full set, which really isn't much at all. Again, I wish I could give you guys a source for this information, but you're just going to have to take my word for it. But anyway, I think that having rating requirements on gear is awesome. It gives you something to push yourself for in PvP, which is a lot more rewarding than just grinding a points gap every week. So I guess what I'm hoping for here is that Blizzard have the balls to go ahead and make this happen. There are a lot of people out there, maybe including some of you guys, who don't like the idea of players having even a tiny gear advantage in PvP. But honestly, it's in MMO, gear gives people an advantage in PvE and in leveling. A mere 5% stat increase for a player who wants to push themselves to improve at the game isn't a bad thing, even if it's in PvP, and I'd be surprised if many people at all will be angry about it if it was implemented in Legion. Next on my list, fairly simple, I would love to see professions become a real challenge again. Back in my day, feeling like an old man, things like leveling, professions, and gold making were all either challenging, time-consuming, or both, and as a result, they felt really rewarding when you did well in one of those fields. Over the past couple of expansions, professions were kind of forgotten as a real part of the game and of your character's identity, and I would love to see them as a kind of badge of honor again, like they used to be when you got them to max level, which in the old days didn't happen very often for most people, definitely not me. I really miss seeing someone flying around in the latest epic flying engineering machine, and thinking to myself that one day I would craft myself one of those. By making professions challenging, even if that just means time consuming, they just felt way cooler, at least in my opinion. It gives you something to do while you're not PvPing or raiding, or just wanting to chill, that still feels impactful or meaningful to the identity of your character. So that's my number 3. The revival of professions. This next one I kind of touched on already, but what actually happened to the art of gold making? Well, garrisons didn't only take a small dump on professions and our sanity, but they also destroyed everyone's actual need to make gold within the game. You just send out your followers to do all the work for you, and while this might seem cool for a little while, I can't help but feel like it's just another big part of the game that was amputated, almost without us noticing. I don't even garrison that much, but even I managed to make over 100k gold from my follow missions with no effort at all on my part. Just like with professions, having a ton of gold used to be something that really gave you a sense of achievement, esteem, and just like with real life money, a larger penis. Ever since garrisons though, and let's not forget WoW tokens, Blizzard's very own gold selling mechanic built not so craftily into the game, just about everyone has enough gold piled up to last them halfway into next expansion. It's just stupid, it's gotten out of hand, and again, like professions, taking some time out every now and again to farm some gold used to actually be a part of the game in between raiding or PvPing, or whatever else you had going on. Needing to farm gold also gives professions some bonus meaning back as well, because farming mats with mining or skinning or crafting stuff for people used to be a thing that the vast majority of people had to do, to kind of make a living in WoW. This in turn has positive effects on economy and a sense of community in the game, for some people at least, so it seems to me like positives all around, and I would love to see it happen. And the final thing on my hastily compiled wish list is for Demon Hunters to be good. It's pretty hard to define though what I mean exactly by good, but I'll have a go. I suppose I just want Blizzard to hit a sweet spot with the new hero class. It would suck really bad if Demon Hunters were underpowered, and suck even more if they were broken OP. Would be really nice if Blizzard somehow managed to slip them into the game in a healthy-ish state. I'm also hoping that they succeed in making Demon Hunters feel unique. It kind of feels like Fury Warriors, Rogues, Windwalker Monks, and in Legion melee survival hunters will all possibly be playing a very similar style role to Demon Hunters. As someone who's looking forward to trying out the new hero class, this is something that's playing on my mind a little bit. Will Demon Hunters feel different enough from the existing melee, dual-wielding classes in the game? That's important to me at least. It's part of the reason why I was drawn to Destruction Warlock, because it always has its own quirky style of play, even if from time to time that style of play can mean simply becoming little more than a heal bot. But that's about going to do it for this video. That is my full wish list for Legion. Don't think I've asked for too much with any of these either. If you have any specific things you would like to see happen in Legion, even if it's as simple as delete feral druids, feel free to share down below. But for now, I'm going to thank all of you guys for watching. If you like this video, remember to drop a like to support even more. You can check out the Patreon page, link to which is down below in the video description. So cheers for coming by, everybody, and I'll catch all of you guys just a tad bit later.